How long overall have you been involved with softball, and then what made you want to get into coaching eventually?
Been with Tri-Valley Softball probably about, it's been 3 years on my own here now. Probably about 10 years altogether, I would guess.
And then what made you want to get into the coaching aspect?
Just with my daughter, my youngest, or I should say my middle daughter, was a pretty good softball player, so I got involved with her about 8 years old, and just followed her through high school. And I decided, hey, I'd like to keep doing this for a while.
What's the biggest challenge balancing being a softball coach for one of the top teams in the state and also being a full-time farmer at the same time?
It's a lot of work. Last year was pretty tough for me to try to balance it out because the planting season was so late. But I love the kids, and it's more of my priority to get over here for the games and help the kids first. So probably one of the biggest challenges is probably to be able to tell a girl that there's somebody better. Because it's tough on kids when they have to realize that maybe they're not as good or as talented as somebody else, and that's the toughest part of coaching.
And what's your favorite part?
The favorite part is the way the kids play together. So far, I haven't had any problems with attitudes or anything like that, and it's been fun with the way the girls come together.
And how would you describe your overall coaching style? I mean, if someone was to kind of write a review of how Jim Adams coaches, what would they say?
That's a good one. I'm very demanding, very intense. I warn the kids ahead of time, especially like the freshmen that come in, that I'm going to yell at you. I'm going to get after you. But when I get quiet and I don't talk to you anymore, that means I've given up on a particular player. So as long as I'm yelling and screaming, I'm fine.
And coming here, taking over, this is, you say, your third year as head coach? I mean, did you anticipate any of this success? I mean,
no,
going to state back-to-back years and then being a top team in the state this year?
When I talked to Randy Page, my assistant coach, and Dave Fogel, this was about we were figuring a 4-year progression before we could actually get the kids, to the level I wanted them. But I had no idea that we could do it so quick. So and it was a big surprise to me as well.
Yeah, and so then when it finally did happen, I mean, what were your thoughts as it was going on when you were making those 2 runs to state 2 years ago and last year?
It's it just, what it tells me is I think we're doing the right things, and I think we're getting the kids in the mode of wanting to play hard and wanting to push themselves and showing what they can. I tell them every year that I'm going to push you farther than you've ever been pushed before, and every one of them's accepted that, and that's what makes me feel good when I see that progression in them like that.